Alright guys, patch 1.17 Beyond Greymane Wall. It is finally here and upon us. What is there to do in this new patch? Pretty much a bunch of different stuff. You're gonna be seeing a lot of footage in a minute here, screenshots of everything that's gonna be available to you when this patch drops on October 3rd. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the various patch notes that we have here. First up is just some general changes, basic things to get you started and to wet your feet. Starting off with the fact that everyone is going to be defaulted into the world chat when you make a new character. I'm not sure about currently existing characters, but I'm sure you're already in the world chat anyway. And for those hardcore players, there is now a hardcore only chat that they can enter into. That means you no longer have to be a part of the hardcore guild, as those will no longer exist. However, if you wanted to start a hardcore guild yourself, you are more than welcome to. You just won't be forced into a guild upon creation of a hardcore character, and you can opt into the chat instead. All of the various custom locations in the world will now give you proper exploration experience. The glyph of the Ice Bear for both the Horde and Alliance versions have received appearance updates, as well as animations including the dancing and sitting animation. If you are a goblin hunter or plan to make one in the future, you will now start off with the gun skill and a gun instead of the bow. There are various miscellaneous changes to the health and armor of various custom NPCs. Pet and mount collections will now have proper description in your spellbook. The mirrors in the Stormwind Barbershop are no longer a bright green, added many new loading screen game tips and updated some old ones. All custom instance loading screens now display Mysteries of Azeroth expansion instead of the vanilla logo. They've adjusted the lighting of the Crescent Grove dungeon to match Ashenvale's. And the Sunnyglade Valley loading screen now has the proper battleground colors instead of normal instance loading screen. Those are just some quick generalization updates to the expansion itself. Now, there are a bunch of spell changes, however, I'm just gonna skip through those because that's just a lot of stuff to read, though you are more than welcome to read it on your own time on their changelog page on the website. Now, more things that are being added are new transportation routes, including 2 new zones, which we'll be getting to in a moment. But the various updated flight paths are going to be from Winter Spring to Nordennar, which is in Highjall, from South Shore to Ravenshire, which is in Gilneas, from Terran Mill to Stillward Church in Gilneas, and from Baleharder, which is in Stone Talon Mountains, to Astronar in Ashenvale. There will now be new class and race combinations, including the Human Hunter for the Alliance and the Troll Warlock for the Horde. There will be new titles you can obtain in-game, including the Wanderer tile, which is a new level 1 to 60 challenge, similar to hardcore mode, but more in line with the Iron Man challenge from back in the day, where you will not be allowed to have any upgraded items, enchanted items. You have to use only white and gray items and reach level 60. Upon doing that, you will receive the Wanderer title, including a donkey that follows you around. It's I believe the same one that is in the store, but now you can earn it in-game. Another one you'll be able to get is Lord of the Frogs for collecting all of the frog pets in the world. The same thing can be said for the Crazy Cat Lady title, which you can get by obtaining all of the cat companions. A new title, which is different from the last two, is the Diplomat, which you will get from getting exalted with the Timbermaw Hold, Cenarian Circle, and the Thorium Brotherhood. And the last title is the Bloodthirsty. However, it didn't quite tell us how to obtain it, though I expect it has to do with PvP. Now then, for the meat and potatoes, the new zones. First of all is Gilneas, which is going to be a level 40 to 45 zone for both Horde and Alliance. It will also introduce a brand new dungeon, which is Gilneas City. It is a level 43 to 49 dungeon. It will take place within the city itself of Gilneas and finish up the quest lines from both the Horde and Alliance perspective in the zone itself. Hyjal is also going to be a brand new zone for us to visit. It is going to be a level 58 to 60 endgame zone, which will have a ton of new creatures for us to fight, including dark trolls. We are also going to be seeing a lot of bark skin tribed furbolgs and various other creatures within. Inside of Mount Hyjal, unlike Gilneas, we will not be seeing a dungeon. Instead, we will be seeing a new 40-man raid, which is going to have the same difficulty, give or take, of Blackwing Lair. So roughly the tier 2 stuff, and it will be rewarding gear along the lines of the tier 2. The Hyjal zone itself will also have a new reputation with repeatable quests that you can turn in items to get various rewards, such as the various reputations from TBC, which is all not that bad, though there is also going to be elite content for groups to compete in. A brand new alliance town to the game is going to be the Gnomergan Reclamation Facility, which will serve as the staging ground for the gnomes to try to reclaim Gnomergan. This town will offer an auction house as well as a bank. Another town that's going to be added is called Rana Thalas, which will become available for questing at level 54 and revolves around the Highborn, which will be located in Feralis, and revolve around the Dire Maul dungeon, as it used to be a Highborn city known as Shendralar. And this town, with all of their quest chain, will be giving you Shendralar reputation as part of the storyline revolving around the Feralis zone. Now, not quite a village for us to be questing in, but a brand new area added to the game is called the Chimera Roost in Feralis. We don't have much information on this new area, but we do know it is a new zone within the Feralis area. Now, besides brand new areas, we're also getting some revamped looks on older areas, such as the Farstrader Lodge getting a more high elven coloration rather than the blood elf coloration, or rather just the night elf one, I believe it used to look like, with the gold and the blue representing it instead. The Caverns of Time is now properly open to us, and it is no longer blocked off, so we can enter down into the cavern. South Shore has expanded its dock, supposedly awaiting shipments from Kultiris. As I said before in a past video, I definitely believe Kultiris is going to be a new zone sometime in the future. There's been a lot of Kultiris buildup and hype each and every patch that is added into this server, and this is only confirming more and more of my suspicions that we're going to see Kultiris fairly soon, though we're going to continue on. The Black Morass dungeon has finally been revamped into its 3.0 version. Now, I say 3.0 because the Black Morass dungeon in the TBC version is not in this game. It used to be a Turtle WoW remade version of it. However, it was taken down to be revamped again, and now it is in its 3.0 version, including a bunch of new creatures, gear, itemization, bosses, and all different types of stuff, which I should be showing you some screenshots here to give you a little idea of it. Now, we talked about the dungeon in Gilneas and the raid in Mount Hyjal. Another raid that we're also going to have available to us is the Lower Karazhan Halls, which is going to be a 10-man raid and will require an attunement in order to enter. This will be equivalent to the Molten Core in terms of difficulty, which is basically like the Karazhan raid in TBC being everybody's entry into raiding. So you should be able to do this upon hitting level 60, with the final boss rewarding you gear equivalent to the gear that Major Domus Executus would drop in Molten Core. A ton of brand new rare elite monsters are now added into the world, not just in the brand new Mount Hyjal and Gilneas zones, but also into older zones such as Tirisfal, Lapidus, Gilligim, and several other zones. Something that I found quite interesting in these notes is that they've completely reworked Sunnyglade Valley. Was a PvP battleground brand new to Turtle WoW, However, it's been out for a while, though not a lot of people used it because it wasn't worth it to play, as well as it being very, very bugged. It looks like they've done a lot of bug fixes, as well as implementing new features within the Battleground itself. So hopefully we can get more Battlegrounds opened up for Sunnyglade so we can finally see it, because I know I haven't seen it yet. Have you? Let me know in the comments down below. The Blood Ring Arena is something that I do see used quite often. However, it is being changed from a 2v2 battle arena into a 3v3. On the topic of PvP, Warsong Gulch, if you capture the flag, will grant you 108 reputation up from 35, which means it will be a lot faster to get reputation in Warsong Gulch, including Arathi Basin, where now you can get anywhere from 13 to 25 reputation per tick, which can get you up to 325 reputation with every 13 ticks. Again, a faster way to get reputation from what it originally was. Various brand new custom areas out in the world now have proper herbs and ore deposits, as well as chest spawns. So now you're going to see a lot more life given to the various custom zones that didn't have it before, including added world maps. A lot of the brand new areas added into the game didn't originally have maps, or they had maps but they were not visible from certain areas, or they were remade, one of which is going to be the Ice Point Rock Glacier, including dungeons such as the Karazhan Crypt, Crescent Grove, Hateforge Quarry. That's also including brand new maps for Hyjal, Gilneas, and other already existing zones such as Alathalas, which is the High Elfin City. And that is everything I have to bring you on the brand new Turtle WoW patch 1.17. We've been waiting for this for a long time, about half a year to almost a year at this point. I hope you're excited as I am. I will be streaming this patch on release. It should be on a Tuesday, which that means I'll be playing it after work, including the Wednesday following. We'll be checking out Hyjal, we'll be checking out Gilneas. I might even make a Troll Warlock and try hardcore mode again. Who knows? But if you want to see that or hear more Turtle WoW news in the future, make sure you like this video, subscribe. I cover Turtle WoW as well as many other private servers. So I will see you next time in the next news update video.